This video is in response to DiGiTiLsOuL Stop the Violence. I just felt like I needed to make a response after seeing this video, because I've seen so much violence in my life. Not as much as some, but enough to get me to think. As you can obviously tell, I'm not white. And it's caused some friction in my life. I spent several years of my life in a town where race it's a dying issue. Racism is a dying issue, but it's still an issue, and it's still something people don't like to talk about. And it was something I had to deal with on a regular basis in junior high, definitely, and still even all the way up. I came close to getting into fights all the way up through high school. My main bit of fighting was 7th and 8th grade when I first entered this school system. And, kids would call me nigger and spick and wetback. And, man, I'm not even black or Hispanic. I'm half Native American, half Saudi Arabian. And I was raised by white people. Southern Baptist white people. Okay? I had a very confused childhood. Give me a little bit of a break. But still, they're good people. They got good morals, good values. Even though they're Republicans, bless their souls, I still love them. Even though we don't always get along. And I love my family. I love my brothers and my sisters. And I know my birth mother and my brothers and sisters through her. And I love them all. And they're all good people. But I'm straying off the topic. 7th and 8th grade for me in junior high was some of the worst time of my life. Was definitely the worst time of my life so far. I think I came close to being expelled twice in junior high. And actually had to switch to a private school for a semester, which was interesting of itself. And I just felt that racial friction, and it was lame. It was lame, but then, I met some people. I found God, really. First I found me some Jesus, and I got way too into the Jesus. And I know so many people are going to take some offense at that, but that's your problem. Because it opened my eyes, but it blinded me at the time. And I'm still not completely, I still can't see, but it's not dark anymore. And after getting beat a few times, you learn to calm down a little bit. And that's what I did. I calmed down. And I learned how to control my temper. And I learned to shrug off the stupid bull of ignorant people. You can ask anyone that knows me now, that actually personally knows me. I'm a pretty decent individual, I think, and I've been told that by people. I'm not boasting on myself. It's just what I've been told. And personally, I think I'm a piece of crap, but that's what everyone thinks about themselves. And I want to relate another tale as well. It happened a couple years ago. It was an experience, actually. And I was living in this apartment. It was apartments on each side. The second story, and I was at the bottom story. And number 2. And on the other side of me was this guy and his girlfriend. And I talked to the girlfriend a couple of times. She's pretty cool. But the guy was not cool at all. I never saw him happy, really. I saw him drunk and abusive. I watched him push her down into the dirt near our apartments. And I heard him beat her through the walls of the apartments. Like, knock her around, throw her into the bathroom, sling her around the bathroom. And that had such a profound effect on my life, on my soul. Just to know that someone could do that, to just drink and take out the frustrations with themselves, and the fact that, you know, that they hate themselves because things aren't going right in their lives, or something didn't go right in their life, and they want to take it out on somebody else who can't defend themselves. And that pisses me off, man. You want to beat somebody? Come over here. I got a stick. If you really want to get that aggressive, come over here and I got a stick, and I'll calm you down. I'll calm you right the hell down. You won't be getting up for a few hours, but you'll be calm. But on to the story. I came home one night, and there were cop cars leaving the apartment. And this was, tragically, was nothing new. Because I'd called the cops on him a couple of times, and other neighbors had called the cops on him. And it was one of those, the girl kept staying with this guy, regardless of how bad he hit her. She kept staying with him. And that's one of the things that makes this so sad. I wake up the next morning, and I'm hanging out in my apartment. And the landlord comes by, and he tells me that the guy in the apartment on the other side is dead. That he hung himself in the bathroom. And they cut him down, and he died on the way to the hospital. Apparently, he'd been drinking and had taken some medicine that you're not supposed to drink with, and had gotten depressed about something and decided to end it, and hung himself over the, in some apartments they've got the tubs with the sliding doors, a little thing that hangs over. He hung himself on that piece, and he was so weak from the alcohol and the pills, that medication, that he couldn't stand up. And he just hung himself. And the really tragic thing about it is his girlfriend discovered him, is the one that found him. And they told me later that they could hear her screaming throughout the whole building. For a while, I felt kind of happy about this, because, hey, it's this abusive piece of crap that's been beating his girlfriend and just being a general nuisance to everyone around in the apartments. And, well, That's not cool. I don't know how to feel about that anymore, you know? It's hard to know that someone has killed himself because they hated themselves so much. And maybe it was his conscience that got onto him. Maybe he realized something about himself and he just couldn't handle it anymore. I really wish that he hadn't died. That he lived. And that he'd seen what he was doing to himself. And he straightened himself out. Straightened his life out. But it didn't happen. He died. So the only thing I can say is I really hope that she, this girl, I hope it opened her eyes. Because if it didn't, I don't know what will. I just hope that she learned something from that. And that she's found a man that'll treat her right. That won't take advantage of her and won't abuse her and won't treat her like crap. Although, realistically, I have to say that I honestly don't think it's going to happen. But tragically, I think like so many women, that she's just going to find another person just like him. And it makes me want to cry. And it makes me so sad that in the end she may not have learned anything. Stop the violence, you guys. Stop it. Destroying ourselves, and we're destroying the next generation. Please stop the violence.